Which cards are coming back? Where do we start? Witchwood is still here, right? Rumble and Boomsday, no. The first one is Witchwood here. We'll just go in order here. I mean, Witchwood's still here, but still, we'll just look at them. Naxx, OG, MSG, Witchwood. Okay. So let's look at Witchwood here first. These are cards that are already here, but... we'll put it in crafting mode, because I don't have all the cards. I mean, this is, like... Massive is still here. That doesn't really change too much. Okay. Go through this one kind of quickly. None of these... I mean, legendaries don't really matter too much. This will still be around. Book of Spectre, so Minion Mage still could kind of be a thing, although there's some pretty good spells coming out. Black Cat is gone. Yeah, these are all kind of whatever. Bonfire will still be around, that's cool. Because there's some cool elemental cards coming out. Bells is still here. I mean, with Paladin, it feels like when you're playing against Paladin, you remove their board anyways, so it's not all that important. Charger's still here. Sword will still be here. Because I was thinking, there aren't really that many... Like, there are weapons in this expansion, but none of them really stand out, right? Like, did any of them, when they announced them, like, oh my god, that's going to be insane. Like, even the rogue weapon has some drawbacks to it, so... We didn't get, like, a bomb Paladin weapon, or, like, a bomb warrior weapon, right? I guess Paladin got the 2-cost one, which will be good. Yeah. That one is good. You guys are right. But I was thinking of more like a super value weapon, right? Like a Vine Cleaver kind of thing. Okay. Squashing will still be around. Draw kind of whatever. Matriarch will still be around. Cheap Shot, I'm glad that card's still around. Blink Fox, yeah. One of my favorite cards, even though I didn't take it here. Mist Wraith, whatever. Earth and Might, okay, good. Still some Elemental Synergy cards. These are all kind of whatever. This card will change a bit because obviously there's new demons in the pool now. Fine. This card I might get a little bit better because of the spread synergy in Warlock, but in Arena I don't think it will matter too much. Crier still here. Oh, Warpath still around. Monk S. Okay. Oh, Deadly Arsenal still here. Wow. Alright, neutrals. I mean, I actually don't really want to go over the neutrals too much. One thought I had, though, was spider tanks. Like, I feel like there aren't as many new spider tanks coming in. So maybe turn 3 will not be as dominant anymore. Because it used to be, like, right now, like, 2s are kind of important, but not that important. But if the quality of 3s drops a bit, then that could change things. Yeah, okay, we kind of know these ones. Remember when I thought this card was going to be insane? I was like, I'm actually scared for Arena about this card. Yeah. Well, yeah. Wrong. Swift Messenger's still here, so Mossy's still around. I'd be okay with Mossy rotating. It had its time, and I'd be okay with that card going away. Etten will still be around. These are all fine. Okay. Alright. These are all gone. Okay, but now we get into the wild set. So Witchwood is the only expansion with the current cards that is still in it. Everything else will be new. Hey, Lanners. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. We're kind of just looking over some of the old expansions to think about. So Gadgetzin is not coming back, right? Old Gods is? Oh, no, Gadgetzin is. Gadgetzin is, yeah. Okay, Gadgetzin is. Okay. Alright, so, for anyone... Some people might have not been in Hearthstone at this time for some of these cards, so... I remember all these cards, but anyhow... I will kind of, like, just give you guys an idea of, like, what's good, like, really good. So, Mistress of Mixture is really good, right? That's a very strong one drop. Logo's fine. Buccaneer can be pretty good. Like in wait, where we started the neutrals. We'll go back here, but we'll do this page first. In Rogue, right? But in everything else is kind of eh. Yeah, let's start with this. So Jades are coming back a bit, right? Jade Idol will be back. Not all that relevant for Arena, at least for Druid, but for Shaman it will probably be a bigger thing. Mark is a very good Druid card. This card is fine even if you don't have Druid synergy. It's not terrible, right? A 3/6 and it gives you a 1/1, so it's not too bad. Alley Cat's a premium premium hunter card. This card's very good. Rat Pack, very good. So a lot of the seems like Hunter Meat Street's had a lot of good cards for Hunter, huh? Alley Cat, Trog, Rat Pack, Shaky Zip Gunner, Coda. These are all really good. Piranha Luntress coming back. This is a very good value card. Like, it's not a terrible tempo card, but it's a good value card if you play a little bit of a heavier hunter. What's up, son? How are you? Knuckles, it's a legendary, but it's a cool card. Alright, Cabal Lackey, that didn't really matter that much in Arena. This is a spider tank, most of the time. Fine card. Volcanic Potion's a big one, though. Like, there's some cards we'll be able to discover this card, and it was great at the time, so this is something that you will probably need to be thinking about when you're playing against Mage. Like, it's very, very strong. These are all whatever. That's sometimes procs. This can be okay, but yeah. So Getaway Kodo. All right. So secrets. That's another thing I want to keep. We're gonna have to try to make an effort to remember as we lead into the new rotation what secrets you should play around. So Getaway Kodo is one that it's a good secret, but people take it too often. It's always Getaway Kodo. Yeah. So like with this card. It oftentimes will be the first thought you should have in this expansion because people love value. So, yeah, that's something that you should keep in mind. This one might not be that bad with the Murloc stuff coming back. So you get hand buff back. So Smuggler's Run and Grime Street. These are both fine in the right deck. This card's insane. So, you know, same old story with Paladin. You want to keep him off the board. This is another hand buff card. But with this card, like going into turn 7, it's especially important to keep them off the board. Because Grime Street Protector will just like, it will just blow you out. Oh god. Oh god, chat. The new Seeker will be more likely to do the bonus offering. You might be right, but yeah, you're probably right, yeah. But it's still, you still should think about Kodo, right? Okay, so Priest. So Pint-Sized Potion isn't all that common from what I remember. But it's good for comboing if you do have one, you can kind of make it work. This is one of the most tilting cards that was ever printed for Hearthstone. Ever. So 1 mana, gain control of enemy menu with 2 or less attack until the end of the turn. So Shadow Madness on like super omega steroids. So yeah, this card's pretty good. Like you get you can get heal value with it. It's not bad. Oh god. So this is you know, one of the insane cards too. 3 mana 3/4 battle cry, give a friendly minion +3 health. So what you'll have happen is Priest will go this into that and then you'll lose. But it's okay. It's okay. My boy. Look at that guy. What a beast. Now, this card's insane just with stats on its own, and if you have Dragon Synergy, it's absolutely bonkers. So, yeah, this is definitely a card that will have a pretty big impact. This card's very good. Cabal Songstealer is just, it's solid, and like you don't really pay much for the silence here. It's a 5 mana 5/5 with silence. So 5 mana 5/5 is fine, and the silence effect. This is another one that's like, boy. Oh boy. Yeah. So priests have a 6 mana 5 to the whole board. Except the thing about this will happen sometimes is they'll have like a Draconid Operative on the board and it doesn't hit dragons. So you'll have this on the board and then boom. Okay. At least I'll be in the top pick. These should. This should be. This should be... This should be... We'll see what happens. This is gonna be a really big kind of test, I think, for Blizzard in some ways, because it's a lot of cards they have to bucket and hopefully do somewhat correctly. Not gonna be easy. Roslo's a card for Constructed. That's kind of that's pretty broken. Not that you don't see it that much in Arena, but it'll show up every now and then. Counterfeit Coin, Omega Lull. Ferryman's fine. 2 mana, 2/3. Rogues have okay Jade stuff like Shuriken. This card's pretty solid. 2 damage. Combo summon a Jade Golem. Sometimes you'll just use it for 2 damage. Shuriken was quite good. This card was kind of weak unless you actually had Jade Synergy, which was kind of hard. But yeah. If you did have Jade stuff, it can be okay. But generally, you don't take this card that highly. Why is Dread's talking about gadget cards? Because these are coming back for Arena. So I just kind of want to... It'll help me a little bit for the card review later to have talked about them. And just to remember what is coming back. Okay. Shaco, this card's... You won't see that much of it, but it's really fun. So whenever this attacks, add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. So it's like a Blink Fox that triggers every attack and has stealth. So you almost always get 1 card from it, and sometimes it goes crazy. Shadow Sensei and works. This card's really nutty too. So 5 mana 5/5, and whenever it kills, attacks and kills, get stealth. So if you get a kill, you'll oftentimes be left with a 5/1 stealth. That's really annoying. So Lotus Assassin should be a highly bucketed card. Hey, Mac Attack, thank you so much for the 6 months. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Alright, I'm not gonna talk about that. So you can talk about everything. Deval is coming back. Not really. It's not very good, but sometimes it's good. Like, it's an okay card. Jade Claws is nutty. So Jade Claws is like... Even if, again, the thing about the Shaman Jade cards is you don't really need to go for Jade Synergy for them to be good. Like, this weapon, a 2 mana 2/2 weapon isn't the worst. The Overload can be, you know, it sucks a little bit, but you take... Depending on how they bucket it, you would take, like, every Jade Claws. It's really good. And with the Jades, the more you get of them, so if you have a Jade Lightning, then it's like, you'll take more of the Jades, right? But this is, this one's really good too. 4 damage and summon a Jade Golem. So at worst, it's deal 4 and summon a 1/1. So, yeah. I don't want to... Well, the ones I don't think are all that relevant, we'll just skip over. This card's fine. 4 mana 3/6. Restore 6 health. It's fine. It's a good arena card. This one also pretty good. So after this minion attacks a hero, transform it into a random 6-cost minion. So you have to attack the hero for it to work. But yeah, it's a 3/5 at worst, and it can oftentimes this thing would turn into a 6-drop. Why are we going through old cards? Well, you can I mean, it's because these cards are coming back to Arena, Murad Kakan. So I want to go through some of the most important ones coming back, and then we'll play a little bit. Then we'll do our full card review. I think we do have a command for it, right, Lester? For like the cards that are coming back. Oh yeah, you got it set. Okay, yeah. All right. So White Eyes, legendary card, very strong. So the Storm Guardian, if you guys don't know, is a 10/10. So with taunt, I think it has taunt, right, chat? Do you guys remember? I think White Eyes, the Storm Guardian has taunt, or no? Do you remember? Yeah, and it's a 5-cost, right? A 5 mana 10/10 taunt if you draw it. Okay, yeah, just trying to remember correctly. All right. This card also is fine. This one requires other Jade cards to be good, but it's still okay. Like a 5/5 that summons a 1/1 taunt. It's very mediocre unless you have other Jade cards. Like, this one isn't as, like, auto-pick as, like, this and this, at least in the past. Alright, so Warlock. Blood Fury Potion was fine. Wasn't that good, if I remember correctly. It was, like, whatever. This card is one of those things where... it's a little weird. So after you summon a minion, deal 5 damage to your heroes. It ends up being a lot of damage very quickly. And this is one where I'd say the downside most of the time wasn't worth it, but it's not... Like, it's not always bad, but mostly bad. Blast Crystal is insane. 4 mana destroy a minion and 1 of your mana crystals. So ideally you don't play it on like turn 4 or turn 5 because it can be rough. Like ramping at that point, but if you're desperate, you can, and in the late game, it's insane. It's 4 mana removal, right? So, Crystal Weaver. This is fine. Sometimes it's relevant. That doesn't matter. Fellfire, really insane. Deal 5 damage to all characters. So it can be reach, it can be a board clear. It's really, really good. You can get it from the Cabal cards. So yeah. Cabal Trafficker, another really solid card. At the end of your turn, add a random demon to your hand. A lot of the demons are good, and it's not really that understated, so. And here is one of the most, excuse me, bit my tongue. One of the most insane cards they've ever printed for Arena. Oh, at least, yeah, for Arena. I don't know about Hearthstone in general, but it's Hellfire on a stick. So you pay 1 mana, essentially, to get 3 damage to all other characters. It's absolutely disgusting. Don't want to worry about that. No, guys, fine. This card's very, very rarely relevant. Wow, look at how you go to war and you're like, what the hell are these? I mean, this card sometimes can be okay, but it's not all that great. This is generally terrible. This card is okay. It's like you go from Warlock to Warrior and you're like, wow, I wonder why Warrior was terrible for so long. This card, one of the worst, not worst, but one of the less good weapons, I would say, overall. This card has to be killed. It's one of those minions where if you play it, if they play it, you have to kill it. Because +2/+2 buff is nutty. Yeah. So this is like you kill it, you see it as soon as you kill it as soon as you see it. This card's fine. Alright, so we already talked about these. First page. Friendly Bartender, solid 2-drop. I've had many lethals prevented by this card. 1 health every turn. It's a 2-drop with upside, and you see quite a bit of it. Grindstreet Informant, really fun card. So we get these cards back. That's right. Where it's the tri-class Discover, right? So this one's quite good. Hunter, Paladin, Warrior card. Beardo, it's a spider tank with a little upside. It's fine. Smuggler, average, I would say. Like the 1+1/+1 buff, you can't target it, but it's still okay. Hired Gun, quite good, at least at its time. 4/3 with taunt, quite solid card. This card's pretty nutty because as we've seen already, like a lot of the cards that are coming back are really good for these classes, Mage, Priest, and Warlock. So yeah, it's a 2/2, but you can find, disgusting stuff with this card. So yeah. The potions are back, yeah. Solid card, another weapon removal, 3 mana 4/3 weapon removal. It's good, above average. The Bouncer is kind of meh, but it's not terrible. Daring Reporter, quite good. Because it's a 4/4 when you play it. So you play it, it's a 3/3. Your opponent draws a card. So at worst, it's a 4 mana 4/4. And then if they can't kill it, it can kind of get out of control. So that card's fine. Hosen, something to kind of keep in mind. There's some Akanai synergy with this, so you can like Akanai and then like Hosen their minion to kill it. Just something to think about. And it's okay to heal your guy. Sometimes you get pretty good value from it. So do not skip Noggenfogger. Do you think Warlock would broken? I don't know, Alex. We gotta think about it. I'm going through the cards now to remember them. So this is one of the neutral Jade cards. On its own, not very good. Like pretty bad. A 2/3 and a 1/1. It's like Arena Fanatic, but you get a 1/1. An addition, which isn't very good. But it's probably better than Arena Fanatic on average. Because you have like 1 Jade card, and it might be okay. F an Arena Fanatic. Cabal Chemist. Battlecry. Add a random potion to your hand. So the potions. Do you guys remember all the potions? I don't have a visual for them now. I'm doing this kind of like last second because I wanted to talk about them. But Potion of Madness, Fellfire, the Healing Potion, Blast Crystal Potion. What am I missing? The nostalgia is real. I love this. I love going back and looking at these cards. It actually gets me excited. It's because they've been gone. It's like we get all of these back. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Dragonfire. Oh god. Oh yeah, Potion of Polymorph. So it's a secret turn. Your opponent plays a minion, turns into a 1/1. Okay, I guess we got all of them then. Oh yeah, Blood Fury. You're right. That's in there too. Blood Fury. Volcanic Potion. Oh yeah, Freeze Potion. That was a lot of them. Freeze Potion, just a 0 mana freeze. Pint-sized. You're right. So really, like, you can hide... It's one of those cards where oftentimes it won't be that great, but then you can hit, like, Fellfire, Potion of Madness, Blast Crystal, and then it's just insane, right? So, yeah. Kazakus... I actually think we'll see a decent amount of Kazakus, because it'll be in, like, the high bucket, but not... I don't know about the top bucket for legendaries. And yeah, so if you have to have no duplicates to make this work, and the custom spells are broken, like beyond broken. You can tailor them to your situation, and yeah, this card will win arena games for sure. Solid card, kooky, 4/4, swap the attack and health of the minion is good. Like a bit less understated than a lot of the swap effects, so very good. This card's fine. Like it gets a little bit above the rogue, but it's kind of whatever. Crap. Pretty good. Battle card. Deal 5 damage to an enemy minion. Death Rattle. Deal 5 damage to your hero. Yeah. And sometimes, like... Oh, God. I just had a thought. People are going to, like, use this card. And then they're going to use the mage. The mage spell. Like, where you destroy it and summon 2 copies of it. And so they're going to kill your minion with 5 damage, and then they're going to get 2 5-drops, like well-statted 5-drops after. Yeah. Anyhow. Burglary Bully is fine, I don't want to talk about too much. Doppelgangster, good with evolve effects. So you get 5 mana for 3/2/2s, which isn't great, but it's not the worst. And it has synergy with all the evolve effects, because each card is 5 mana cost. Finja's not really relevant. Brute Food, crap. Lotus Agent's a pretty good card. Another one of these Tri-Class Discover. And the 5 attack means that it's fairly relevant on turn 5. So, it's not bad. This isn't very good. Bruiser's pretty solid. Another good anti-aggro tool. You'll oftentimes get it out. So, if your opponent has 3 minions, then it'll be a 3 mana 4/5 brain. And that happens more often than you might think. Like I remember playing it for cheap a lot. Hog Rider? Dude, Hog Rider's really good. This was like there was some overlap between this. Was there overlap between this and Tar Creeper? No, probably not, right? I want to say I remember this being like a really good answer to, I mean maybe it was Sinjin, but I want to say it was Tar Creeper. Yeah. So, it's a 5 mana 5/5, and enemy has taunt, gave charge. So then you get like a rush. Oh, it's charge, that's right, not even rush. Could actually go phase. Yeah. Good card. It's whatever. Whatever. Ancient Blossoms is like a fine taunt. Whatever. Eye is good with Jade stuff. Yeah, so big time rack. Oh god. Oh, man. So we are gonna, like, we have this card coming back with a mage spell. Oh, God. Yeah. So the mage spell I'm talking about is, like, what you can do is play this, and then kill the 1/1s and get 2 6-drops. So for 9 mana, you can get a 6/6 and 2 other 6-drops. I actually, the more I look at it, I hate that mage spell. Like, I feel like that was a big fucking mistake. At least from an arena point of view. Like, it's just... It's gonna make cards like this, when it happens, it's gonna feel effing bad. Alright, Defias. Defias is really good. Like, was the answer for Steed back in the day? Now... So it was really good because there was Steed. I don't know about right now. Depends on, I have to think about how many good Death Rattles there are. But, yeah, I'm unsure. It's not a terrible stat line, though, so. Alright. 5 promote is crap. This is another version of the 5 mana rush guy. Except this is a 6 mana. Oh, but no, it's not the same thing. Forgot. This one is your opponent has 6 or more cards and you get charged. So this one didn't trigger that often, if I remember correctly. Like the Hog Rider triggered a lot. This was oftentimes just 6 mana 6/6. Okay, crap. Rathion's gonna whatever. Don Hancho is a legendary. Might see a decent amount with Paladin. It's pretty good. Quite good. 7 mana 5/6, give a minion +5/+5. Noggin Fogger. So this is a card, someone said not to skip it. It's not good, but it's terrible. But it makes for some meme moments. Like, you get this through an evolve or, like, some shit, and you all target. So you can't, like... Yeah, it's a bit of a fiesta. Like, think of the 5-drop, where you can't trade into it, except that's, like, with all minions. So, yeah. Alright. Okay, so that's Gadgets in... What's the next one? Is Old Gods coming back or no? Yeah, Whispers of the Old Gods is coming back. Okay. Whispers of the Old Gods. Alright, go back to the start here. Forbidden Ancient, that's fine. Like, flexible. You'll actually see this card some. It's okay. It gets wrecked by silence, but it's pretty good. Mark of Yasharaj. So if you remember, like, +2/+2 effects, like the Druid card that gives Taunt. This is like that, but better, because you can actually, if it's on a beast, you get a card. So it's good, very good. This card, not very good, but sometimes it goes off. Fine. 4 attack for removal or 8 armor. Normally use it for 4 attack in Arena. Fandral, again, you don't see much as a legendary, but very good if you do have cards with it, because you get both effects, right? Crap. Mire Keeper's fine. Like, you can use it to ramp. Most of the time you use it as a 3/3 and a 2/2 for 4, which is quite solid. It's pretty good. The Cthulhu cards are not in Arena, but sometimes you'll see them generated, right? Wisp is the Old God. From what I remember, do you guys remember Wisp is the Old God? It's okay, but I don't remember losing to this card that much. It's kind of like you play it around it the same as Savage Roar, but it's like Savage Roar except it doesn't have. It's way more expensive, right? And then if you have to use it for Wisps, it gets wrecked by a lot of AoE. So I remember this card not being that good. Alright, Fire Bat's fine. It's a good one draw. It's good. Not fine. It's very good. Deal 1 damage to your random enemy, so this can sometimes kill one of your guys off. It's annoying. On the Hunt, very good. Deal 1 damage, summon a 1 Mastiff. It's a beast. So deal 1, summon a 1/1 is very insane. Grub's fine. Solid 3-drop for Beast for Hunter. This card very rarely was... This card was pretty meh. Infest sometimes went off, but overall kind of meh. In my experience. This card's very good, like a premium Hunter card. 3/3 with Death Rattle spawn, 2 1/1 spiders. I don't think the spiders were beasts though, right? I'm pretty sure they were not, right? But it's still good, but I don't think they were beasts. Were they? Do you guys remember? They are? Are you sure? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. They aren't the Spectre ones, they are beasts? Okay. Yeah, Haunted Creeper, those ones are not. Okay. Yeah, so this is a beast and then it spawns beasts. Don't want to talk about Legend too much, it's fine. Giant Sandworm is actually pretty annoying. Whenever this attacks and kills him, he may attack again. So you can be like, ka-dunk, 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 and then hit him in the face. This is like insane card. And I don't know if we have many of the like. So this card will make, for example, that 1-drop that Hunter's getting, the 1-drop summon or 1-drop Death Rattle give a spell to your hand, a Hunter spell to your hand. Like they'll sometimes get this. So all 3 animal companions. It's pretty insane. Okay. Forbidden Flames, flexible removal, it's fine. I think they said they're not putting the Cthulhu ones back in, so I'm not gonna talk about this. This card's insane. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh boy. Oh, so Mage is gonna have both Volcanic Potion and this guy. So 3 mana 2/2, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. So targeted AoE. Yeah. Can I light your fire? Really insane. Crap. Shadow's crap. I think they said they were unbanning this, right? Do you guys remember? They talked about it. We'll talk. Yeah, I'll mention Tome too. But I think they said they were unbanning it, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is a super premium card. So let's think of a 5 mana 5/5. You pay 1 mana for a random 3 cost minion. So on average, it's way better than, you know, a vanilla minion. Yeah, so that'll be coming back. Mage, this card's also not terrible. Who was it that I used to always talk about this card with? I think Isherwood hated this card, and I was like, it's not that bad. Like, on average, it's okay. Like, because generally spells that you play are like, it can F you, but it's not the worst. Cabalist's Tome, add 3 random mage spells to your hand. It can be a little bit slow, but what happens with this card is you'll generate it from an effect, and then it will, like, randomly win you the late game. So yeah. Not a good card, but every now and then you'll get it from an evolve effect, and then it will screw you. Because it's like, it kills, yeah, it's, yeah, anyhow. Alright, that's fine, I don't want to talk about that too much. Selfless Hero is a premium 1-drop, super premium. 1 mana 2/1, Death Rattle, give a random friendly minion Divine Shield. It's really, really nutty. Like, if you don't ping this, like, this card basically means if you don't have a ping, you're in big trouble. And if you do ping, it slows you down, right? Because, yeah. Light in the Darkness, quite good. Was it quite good? It was okay, right? It was, like, average, if I remember correctly. Because you're paying 2 mana for Discover, and then the +1/1 didn't matter that much. I like it. Average, it was solid. Yeah, it was, like, okay, right? Yeah. Alright, Rallying Blade. Good. This one was very good, if I remember correctly. So at worst, it's a Fiery War Axe, and if you do have Divine Shield minions, it buffs them. So most of the time it was just a 3 mana 3/2, but that's still good in Paladin, and sometimes it went off, so. Another card that's really, like, good. Yeah, this card was pretty tilting too, because it's not play minions, it's summon, which means it works with their hero power. So, like, you play turn 5 and you get this, and then a 1/1 with Divine Shield. So, yeah, and then, although it didn't happen much, you can, like, play this, let's say, and this, and then give them all Divine Shield. But yeah, Rag Lightlord comes back, it's fine. I don't remember it being all that relevant in Arena. Forbidden Shaping, fine, solid card, good late. Like, it's just flexible, right? Which makes it a good Arena card. You won't be seeing those. Shadowward Horror, not all that great, but you'll see it more because of the. Wait, this is one of the potion ones, right? Or no? Do you guys remember? Is Shadowward Horror one of the potion cards or no? No? Potion, say potion, okay. But I remember seeing it every now and then. Like, I didn't draft it highly, but you'd see it every now and then. Okay. Shade's very good. 4 mana, 4/3. Copy a card from your opponent's deck. Yeah, it's just good. Not that understated. It's like what Priest wants to do, right? Without outvaluing people. Card's also very good. Great synergy with Auchenai. It's like kind of like Shroomburr, right? A little more understated than Shroomburr, but yeah. It's good. This card wasn't very good from what I remember. It wasn't terrible, but and again, the meta might be different with new cards coming in such, but I think it was average at best. I don't remember drafting it that much. Cthulhu cards won't be around. Herald, that's not really worth talking about. Alright, Rogue. Cultist, I like this card a lot. Like, at worst, it's a 1-mana 1/2, but with Rogue and all their cheap stuff, oftentimes you play a 1-mana 2/3 and like play it at the end of a turn to get extra minion. It's pretty fine. It's not insane, but it's fine. Journey was pretty good. Like, a lot of these 1-mana Discover cards are kind of like, but Journey was pretty good, I think. At least at the time, there were a lot of really good Death Rattle cards, right? I have to think about it right now, but... This card's also insane. Huckster. Very, like, super premium. 2-mana 2/2 give you a card, right? And a class card. Yeah, Sylvanas was back then. I think you also had things like, was Sneeds at that time? I don't know. There were some good ones. Yeah, they're really good rogue removal card. Deal 5 damage to an undamaged character. I think it can go face, but that's not the best way to use it. Oftentimes, it's just remove something for 3 mana. Card's fine. I was never a big fan of Squid Face. Like, it's alright. I don't know. I always found this card to be a little awkward to use. Like, it never worked out quite how I wanted, but it's fine. Zeryl's a really fun legendary. I forget what all the different toxins are, but it's a fun one. Kind of similar mechanics like the lackeys or spare parts and such. This card's really fun. Super memey too. Choose a friendly minion, add a 1/1 copy to your hand that costs 1. So I think we had a while where you could use this with Biospine and shit. But anyhow, cards like that, Battlecry cards, are really nasty with this. Big Time Racketeer or whatever, right? Like, yeah. Thistletea is pretty shitty. Not very good. Blade of Cthulhu. Didn't see a whole lot of it. It's fine. So it's a 4/4 that destroys a minion. Like, oh wait, it's not in Arena, right? I remember seeing it sometimes, but it won't be in Arena. That's right. But you can still generate the Cthulhu cards. Do you guys remember? No, you could still generate them. I still played this card some. It's not you never saw it. Like, it would get generated sometimes, right? The 5/3, yeah, and you can evolve into them, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so just regular evolve is coming back. Nice-oo. Doppel evolve, baby. It's back on the menu. Yeah, so evolve's a really insane card, right? You guys, I mean, even if you're kind of recently getting into Hearthstone, Unstable Evolution is really nutty. This card's really nutty too. Primal Fusion, terrible. This card's quite good. Oftentimes it's just a 2-mana 3/2, but the upside can be good, right? So, for example, you can play this boy, the 4-mana 7/7. This is one of the biggest meme cards in Hearthstone's history. And, yeah, you can play this in the next turn, or even on that turn you play this, you know, and then unload your mana crystals, let's say. Unlock, there we go, not unload. Unload Gachigasm. Stormcrack's fine. Like, it was okay. It was good. Okay to good, right? Another really broken card. So it's not understated, and for arenas, like, cards that are good stats with super powerful effects are just broken. So this is like super broken for arena. Not that relevant. Hammer Twilight's pretty solid. 4-mana 4 or 5-mana 4/2 weapon. Death Rattle, summon a 4/2 elemental. It's a good card. Thing from Below. I don't remember this card super me. It was okay. It was alright. I don't remember it getting that cheap. Just got here, please start from the top again. Hell no. We're gonna definitely have to take a little break after this. Like, we'll just have to play some chill arena so I can give my voice a little bit of a rest. Because if I go straight into the card review after this, I think my voice will be like super gone. All right, Ritual's fine. Like, it can be a decent mana filler card. Super premium 1-drop, a lot like the mech one, right? What's the name of the mech one? The little kangaroo shitter. What's the kangaroo shitter? Come on, chat. You guys got this. Mecharea, yeah. Card's fine. It's a little bit worse than a... Actually, this card was pretty bad from what I remember. Because you get a card back, but oftentimes you were keeping like a 3-drop in your hand, and then it would like discard your 3-drop. And it felt fucking bad. So I remember this card being pretty terrible. Because in the early game, it's just monk ass. Renounce is a meme card. I don't want to talk about that because we can't talk about everything. This card's broken. Like, super broken. Stay hydrated? Yeah, I got water over here. I should drink more of it. This one is like... Oh, God. Like, they'll play this, and then they'll play this, and... Yeah, snowball card. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Shogo, don't see that much of it, but it can be okay. Doom. So it's like Nether, but it gives you value, right? Like it gives you a bunch of cards when you play it. This was pretty good. I think it's better than Nether because it gives you more stuff. Like it gives you more refill. I think. Okay. Why do you have a golden doom? You mean, oh my, don't I? What do you think I'm made of dust? Blood to Ichor was pretty solid. Deal 1 damage. Summon 2 just fine, but I remember it being good. It was a good card. Insane. Absolutely insane. 1 mana 1/1, giving you a 1/3 weapon. Like, super broken. Super effing stupid. And you can use it with this card. Every now and then that would happen. Like, you play that, and then, this thing's a pirate. I'm actually getting, I'm getting Pirate Warrior PTSD right now. And I didn't even play that much, that much Construct at the time, but holy crap. How much dust does it cost? Oh, it'd be 1,600 for a golden, epic. Yeah, so Spider Tank with upside. This is crap. Insane. 3 mana, 3/3. Deal 1 damage to all other minions. Just nutty, right? AoE on a stick is always good in Arena. This card's pretty good. It's like a Stegodon, except you get, like, as the upside. So, quite good. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's a meme. It's too slow. Way too slow. Malkorok's a really fun card. It's good, too. Because, like, 7 mana, 6/5, and getting a weapon, like, it's almost always, like, worth, right? Shifter Xeris, it's kind of a meme card. This card was terrible. Like, you get it. It was terrible most of the time. Like, in Mage or something where you can ping it off, it might be okay, but in general, it was pretty bad. This is fine. Kind of it was okay. Card's pretty good. Because the big difference between this card and, like, the other Murloc, the 2/1, 2/1 summon a 1/1, is this one gives you a taunt. So the 1/1 ooze having taunt makes this card a lot more annoying. Because, like, you can't even just dagger and kill the 2/1, you have to kill the 1/1 first, right? Terrible. Terrible. Fine. Pretty good. If I remember, this was a good 2-drop. Yeah, it was good. Terrible. Good in certain classes. So, like, Rogue, it's really good. Druid, it was okay. Yeah. Generally bad, but not always bad. Below average, but not terrible. This card's fine. Like, in Mage or something, it gets a little bit of a bump because you can ping it, but it was fine. Pretty good, like a 3/5 with upside. Terrible. Won't be in. Cyclopean Horror is one of those cards where it wasn't... It was very rarely bad, right? Because even if you have just 2 minutes to Sinjin, right? So, and sometimes, I remember playing this as like a giant taunt. So, Cyclopean Horror is pretty good. Eater of Secrets It's like, it's not good, but you'll lose to it. Because that's all I'll say about it. Not that good, but you will lose to it sometimes. Kobold was pretty weak, but every now and then you make a combo work with it. This card was quite good. Because it had taunt, right? So it's very easy to get a lot of value off of this, and it also protects your face. So this card's very good. Tauren was pretty good. What's up, Cosman? Good evening. Tauren was, well, no, I would say Tauren was below average, right? Below average, but not awful. When are these returning to Arena? On the 9th. With the whole, with the other rotation. Yeah. On average, bad. This card was decent. 4 mana, 4/2, Death Row draw card. It was okay. This is, like, very scary to play against Priest. It was, I would say it's a below average card. And then against Priest, it's very scary. So, this is the, like, yeah. Not very good. Man, I was thinking about this card, chat, today. Healbot, and then I was thinking about the 4-drop they printed. And I was like, Healbot was a pretty solid card. And they're giving it to Priest, except it's gonna have... Is it a 4/7? I think it's a 4/6 or 4/7. What's that card they printed today? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's a 4/7, right? Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, that card's gonna be really annoying. It's actually one of the cards I'm most worried about. But anyhow, we'll get to it later when we talk about those. This card was on average bad, but sometimes it would save you. Kind of a fun card. It's fine. It wasn't very good. It was okay. Psychotron, solid. It was just solid. Like 5 mana, 3/4 Divine Shield is good. Doomsayer was, very polarizing. Gets hit by Kodo, but if it goes off, it's actually pretty decent. But I don't like this card. I hate, like, it loses to swap effects. Like, Kooky Chemist is going to be there, so they'll play this, and then Kooky will just be like, rip. Crap. Not the worst. Like, neutral AoE, it was okay. So, yeah, it's fine. Like, it hits your own board, but, like, it's okay. Crap, this card's very good in Arena. Really, really good. So this is... Prophet's one of those cards that you always keep in your opening hand. And, if I remember the math correctly, if it was in your opening hand on turn 3, it's a 4/4 for 3. Is that right? I'm trying to remember all the different... And then, but it keeps getting cheaper and cheaper, so... If you play it like turn 6, it's free, for example. Yeah. That's what I remember, yeah. Very good. Really good. And also, yeah, good with the ball, too. Yep. So it's good in every class. So this card, on average, was like mediocre, but it can be a win condition, right? It's kind of like Line Cracker, where it's a bit understated, but like it can kill you, but it's not like if the game's close, it's not likely to be that good. This card's one of the, let's do the golden one. I would say it's one of Arena's favorite cards, right? Like, just the art is really fucking cool too. Like, it's got good flavor, really strong. 7 mana, 6/8. Slightly better than Etna, I would say. Crap. Absolute crap. You won't see that much of it, but it's pretty decent. Like, in Mage, you can ping it, or whatever. This was pretty mediocre. Like, it wasn't, I wouldn't say bad. It's a big body, but kind of like Ultrasaur, where like it can be ignored. So I don't remember this card being very good, right? How was Eldritch Horde? Do you guys remember? Like, its stat line is good, but it can be ignored, right? Yeah. It was below average, right? Yeah. This card's terrible. Super terrible. really, really bad. This is a meme card. Yeah, not very good. This card's pretty annoying when your opponent plays it at the right time, because you can't remove it. But its stats are kind of mediocre. Its stats aren't very good, so. This is like another Monkasaur card. 10 mana, 10/10. Like, sometimes you'll just take it because you just need a big guy, right? But it's... yeah, it's not good.
So tired of sleeping alone, so tired of eating alone. I need to ask her, what's going on? Are we going strong? She felt like rest in her head. My shoulder was the perfect height.
This card, the worst version of Deathwing. The Zoth, it's okay sometimes, but not very good. Yeah, it's a meme card. This one is pretty stupid though. So we no longer have Free from Amber, thank God. What's the most likely way people will get this? Just playing it? Like, there are any random... I guess Evolve, right? You can evolve into this 10 mana. It's probably the super high roll for 10 mana evolves. The Forbidden Shaping? Yeah. Oh yeah, the mage spell too, if you have like a 10 cost on board. Yeah. It's a pretty feels bad, man. Cause like... yeah. Okay. Alright, so are we almost done? What's left? Bait, so yeah, Curse. Is that all of them? Oh, Naxx. Naxx is it. Oh, Naxx is the last one. Okay. Back in the adventure days. That's right. Alright, so... God, I remember all these cards. This shit brings back, like, crazy memories. Alright, so Undertaker. This card used to be way better, but it's not that good in its current form. It got nerfed. Zombie Chow. Zombie Chow, really insane. Should still be insane. 1 mana, 2/3 or restore 5 health to enemy hero. Obviously, it has like Organized Energy too. So, yeah. Ooze, Like, sometimes people play this and kings it. Oh, and that's a combo you could think of, you know, like play it and then buff it, but on average, not very good. This card's really good. Like, the ultimate, just annoying card. And the 1/1s are beasts. Oh no, the 1/1s aren't beasts on this one, right? Yeah, the 1/1s are not beasts, but it's really annoying. A lot of stats for 2 mana. Mad Scientist is like... It's a card, like in Mage, it feels pretty bad to lose to. Like, they'll play it, and then they'll pull a mirror, and then you're like, well, F. So Dread's New Arena out? No, if New Arena was out, I'd be playing it. But I'm talking about the cards that are coming back. Weblord, so obviously Hunter, it's a neutral, but obviously like Hunter and Mage, it's a big buff, and in Paladin it's still okay. Rogue, I guess Rogue, but you don't really draft Rogue Secrets, so it doesn't really get a buff there. Generally crap, but sometimes annoying. Egg is coming back. This card's pretty good. Like, you do need a way to activate it, but if you do, like, it comes out pretty early as a threat, so. We will... I'd say it was a below average card. Not terrible, but below average in Arena. Oh, no Rogue Secrets. Oh, they're all gone. Okay. Generally bad, but if you're a tempo deck, it's not that bad. 3 mana 4/4, but it's a pretty steep downside. Deathlord, yeah, it's just a polarizing card. Like, they could pull an 8/8. They could also pull a 2-drop. Much better in Priest, obviously, because you can heal it, right? Shade, very good. So, you play it. The first turn you can interact with it's already a 3/3. And it puts pressure on people because they can't remove it. So, if you need trading power immediately, it's not that great, but on average, this card's quite good. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Terrible. this is... I would say this card was a little underrated at the time. Yet, we're getting an effect like this again in this expansion with the 2-drop, that Battlecry silence minions on either side of it. Like, it can remove a freeze, or there are some negative effects, right? Like, you'll be able to use this with that priest card, for example. Like, oh yeah, I played a 4-mana 4/7. Oh, and by the way, you're not getting health back. Get fucked. So, yeah, it's... I mean, on average, it's a 3/5, but sometimes it's pretty good. And actually, this is a card, at least based on some of the cards that are coming out, it might be better. It might be better right now than it was at the time. Because they're going kind of crazy with the overstated minions and priest, at least. So this card, this could be a sleeper card for this expansion, I think. All right, Fugan, don't see that much. It's good stats though. Lothab, yeah, it's not all that important in Arena. Every now and then it would be good, but oh man, this card brings back the feels for sure. Good old Sludge Belcher, very good, very very good. So it's like the card they released today, but it's actually good. So today they released that Vault card, which 6 mana 4/5, summon the 0/5. This is like that, except it's good. Because it can attack with it too. Craft 1 Golden Villager. Maybe eventually. I do like this card a lot. Alright. Spectrum Knight, fine. Good against Mage. Stalag was generally pretty average, but... because it has bad beats. Again, like the 2 attack thing means that it gets Kodoed, it gets Potion of Madness, it gets Change Your Mind, etc. So, yeah, you know, if that doesn't, and even if that doesn't happen, it doesn't push much face damage, so it's okay. This card's pretty nutty. This is like, do you have an answer? No, you just lose. Because they just, you keep killing off your minions each turn and getting them back, and so you just can't win. So, yeah, obviously you have to kill it. And even if you are able to kill it, they might get so much value on the turn they play it that, yeah. Oops. Okay. Oh yeah, there's not many class cards in Naxx, I remember now. I don't know about Dreads, but it grows a beard, Valerius. Poison Seeds. On average, this card was bad, right? Because it hits your own stuff. I'm trying to remember. Like, you needed, like, a combo with it, right? Did Poison Seeds get banned? I don't know. I don't remember. Seems OP? It's not OP. No, it's not OP. I promise you it's not. I remember. Because it hits your own stuff, and so it's awkward. And even if you do, like, have it to kill some threats, they still have 2/2s, so... yeah. OP. Super OP, right? OP. It's like, it's a little bit worse than the 1-drop, right? The other 1-drop, the one we have right now. Jeweled Macaw, but it's still really, really good, right? It's still really good. Alright, hold on, Cosmo. I want to get through these cards first, man. Duplicate. Alright, so Secret. So Duplicate is coming back. So you have to be a little bit careful with what minions you kill. Because if you kill something that's super value, then it comes back, right? But it wasn't very good on average. It was pretty meh. Very good Secret. Very good. So we're gonna have both Avenge and Kodo, Getaway Kodo, right? This was probably the best Paladin Secret of all time. Because the problem with Avenge, and why I don't really like the card for Arena, is you generally want to clear against Paladin, and you get punished a lot by clearing with this card. Because it'll buff early, and you'll just be in trouble. So, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. So we're gonna have so Priest is gonna have the combination of Dark Cultist and Cabal Talon Priest. Yeah, and you know what I'm thinking about? Like, as we've gone through these cards, there really aren't that many spider tanks coming back. And so, it's like... It feels like Priest is going to have way more spider tanks than the rest of the classes. Hey, Stokes. So, yeah... And they printed a bunch of broken cards for Priest, so... Alright. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. This was an interesting card. I didn't like it that much on average. But, it was interesting. I don't think it was overstated enough to justify this, because, like, it might get you ahead, but then when you play other stuff, you kind of fall back behind. So, it wasn't very good. This card was pretty bad too, if I remember. Story minion that returned to life with full health. It was, like, paying a card for that effect very rarely is worth it. Oh god, this card's coming back. Oh man, you know, a lot of these cards were like... You just kind of lose on the spot to certain things. Like Void Caller, like, I guess Doomguard? Wait, Doomguard's gonna be gone, right? Okay, so we're not gonna have Doomguard at least. But, so what are gonna be the really big hits for this? We got a new demon in this expansion. Like the big one. Just thinking about how good it's gonna be. Oh yeah, Bissell's gonna still be there, yeah. Yeah. A lot of Monk-esque cards in set does feel that way, huh? It does. Okay. Yeah, so this card... it just feels bad, man. It just feels bad. Ooh. That's right, this is coming back. So we're not really getting a bunch of new, let's say, really insane cards, but Despite's coming back. One of, if not the best warrior cards of all time. Because the thing about this card is... 4 damage, oftentimes enough on turn 4. Like a lot of 4 drops. And then you have 5 damage available after. And also it's kind of similar to Blood Rays, you can hold people hostage with it. Like, they can't really play stuff into it. So... Yeah, Collider's better. Collider is definitely better. Is this better than, Is this better than Soul Rays? I'm not sure. It's similar. Like, similar in power level, I mean. Still waiting? I don't remember what you were asking. It's pretty much always Meteor, man. It's actually, like, always Meteor. Meteor's still AoE. So that's all of them. Okay, so that's that. All right, that helps me a little bit. Gives me a little bit of an idea. So we'll...